Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us here today. We're going to spend about 8 minutes here or so bringing you up to speed on chemistry and really the differences between Charlotte Products chemistry and most competitors out there, right? And if you're talking about chemistry, there's an ingredient that is called a surfactant. And a surfactant is really the thing that gives you the detergency. It breaks down the soils on a surface, suspends it within its detergency, and allows you to wet vac or wet mop or auto scrub away, right? If you've got an inferior cleaner that doesn't release the dirt and debris and soils and proteins from the surface, it basically ends up smearing. It increases your labor costs by having to repeat the cleaning steps and things like that. It can cause potential slip and falls, and we just basically want to clean it right the first time is what we want to do. So, and the end result is giving the customer the best cleaning performance at the lowest ready-to-use cost, and that's really what it is. So how do you validate that, right? We've got a positive emulsion demo kit here that I want to show you, and it basically looks like this, okay, is what it looks like. And some of these are available, right? And this is one that I've had for a long time, and this is a great demo. You can go in and really work with the person who makes the decisions in the facility to say, look, there is a difference between ours, and let me be proud to show you what it is. So when it comes down to the price, we're going to be competitive, but let's give you the best cleaning result that we can possibly get. So I've got a little towel here I lay out, and no matter where you are, what type of facility, you've got to respect people's furniture and you don't want to damage that. I've got my gloves on and I've got my safety glasses. You want to look professional, and I've got my kit in front of me, right? So what I've got is I've got a competitor's degreaser. By the way, you don't have to use this. You can use whatever degreaser the customer's using if they actually, they definitely want you to do that. And guess what? The worst case scenario, it works as good as yours, right? I've very seldom seen it work as good as ours, but it could work as good because there's other good chemical manufacturers out there. But for all intents and purposes and speed, we can check this. So we've got ours. We've got our positive emulsion cleaner here, and we've got a lab equal benchmark soil with proteins and tars and paraffin and animal fat and things like that all in here. So it's the same thing, right? So I'm going to take my competitor dish. I'm going to take my competitor product, and I'm basically going to fill to the line there, okay, is what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to put my cap back on because I don't want anything to spill and things like that, so you can see where I am there. And then I'm going to take our positive emulsion, and you don't want to mix these up while you're doing the demo, by the way, because you don't want to give any advantage whatsoever to a competitor and make them look near as good. So I take this, I'm going to fill it to the same line, okay, and put my cap back on. Then I am going to take my water, and I'm simply going to fill to the top of the rim, okay, here, just to the top of the rim you've got right there, okay. Put my lid back on. Oh, sorry, I don't need to put my lid back on because I got to do this here. Okay, I'm going to take ours. I'm going to fill this up to the top of the rim. Hard to squeeze some of these things, and away I go. Then I am going to take my grease here, and I want 15 drops of this grease put in here. So if you can see it here, and this is really hard to push, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, we have 15 blotches of grease. Okay, then I'm going to take my top, put it on securely. Okay, I'm going to take ours. I'll just set it on top for viewing so you can see it better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now just for giggles, we're going to do 16, 17, 18 is what we're going to do. So we want to make sure that no one accuses us of staging it or whatever it may be. So that's all there is to it, is put your cap on there tightly, take your cap, put on here, and I'm just going to do one shake and one shake, okay? That's all I'm going to do. So if you look at this, right, here's our competitor. You can see the grease and everything around the top where it really hasn't emulsified. If you look in the top here, you can see the grease and grime around it, the balls of grease that are in the top of the solution. You can take a look at ours, and this is what positive emulsion does, and this is what a surfactant does. Look at how nice and blended throughout that solution that it is. Do you know what that means? This is going to resoil. This is going to respread. This is going to be rinsed away, save labor, give a cleaner, safer result, probably reduce the risk of slip and fall and things like that in your facility. Look at the tops, okay? Look at the tops here. You can compare. Clearly, you can see that ours is breaking down the soils, suspending it within its detergency, cleaning better. But here's what I can give you an example. Pretend this is a mop head. So we're just going to take a wet mop out. We're basically going to just dip it in here, okay? And just look at here, the oils and the proteins and whatever's on there, that's your mop, and that's just basically going to spread through your facility is exactly what that's going to do, okay? Which is fairly nasty. You take our solution, going to do the same thing, okay? This is our mop, right? And you can clearly see that this is a much cleaner result here, okay? That's going to spread far less grease and grime and soils and cause slip and things like that. And look at the two of them, right? Side by side. Which one do you think is going to give you a better result if you're actually using a mop? And then we take and we can filter it as well. So we take here our just a Kleenex here, and this is another example that can give you a better view. Simply pour it in, and you'll see the bits of oil and grease and grime that are filtering through there. Actually takes a little while because the grease clogs it and things. Now this grease and grime in an auto scrubber will also clog filters the whole entire works there. I mean, it's taken a long time to filter, but look at that there, right? You can see the grease, the goblets of grease and grime and oil that obviously are going to affect the efficiency of your auto scrubbers and things like that. And it's just not good for it. And then you take ours, right? Do the same thing, a little filter. Okay, and hold it up here for viewing purposes. Okay, and you can see it's draining much faster. And when I hold it up here, look at how it's filtered it. So which auto scrubber is going to run better? Which one's going to require less service and less cost and things like that? So if I look at both of them, look at that, okay? So with the end result here is your detergents are far better and far superior to that of any competitor that you have out there. This is a positive emulsion demo kit. You know, don't hesitate to talk to people about it. Our detergents are better, and just remember, good selling.